Yeah, good evening all of you. This is Dr. Subramanian Rao, Professor, Sasi Institute of Technology and Engineering. We are studying signals and system subject. In the previous class, we have seen analogy between vectors and signals. And finally, we have discussed orthogonality conditions in vectors and also in signals. First, let me summarize what we have discussed in the previous class. In case of two vectors, the condition is approximation of one vector v1 is nearly equal to c1 to v2. This is the approximation between two vectors. In this, we find for orthogonality, for orthogonal vectors, c12 equal to 0. This is in case of vectors. If two vectors are orthogonal, the component of one vector along another vector will be 0. It means there is no shadow. That is c12 equal to 0. If we extend the same, we extended the same to signals, then the signal approximation is x1 of 2 is nearly equal to c12 into x2 of t. In this, we have seen the formula, we have derived the formula for the component c12, that is c12 equal to integral t1 to t2 x1 of t into x2 of t dt divided by integral t1 to t2 area under the square of the second signal x2 square of t dt. And finally, we have seen when the two signals are orthogonal, c12 equal to 0, when c12 equal to 0, then only numerator, that is t1 to t2 x1 of t into x2 of t dt equal to 0. If it is possible to prove this condition, then we can say that the two signals are said to be orthogonal signals. Okay, now let us see some examples where we can prove whether the two signals are orthogonal or not. Yeah. First, let us take sinusoidal signals. Prove that the signals sin n omega naught t and cos m omega naught t are orthogonal in a particular interval. We can take from a particular starting point t naught to t naught plus capital T. Capital T is the period where t equal to 2 pi by omega naught. We have seen this in the first unit while discussing periodicity, periodic signals, periodic and aperiodic signals. So in one particular interval, some starting point t naught to t naught plus t. Already we know, just now we have seen, to prove the orthogonality, c12 will be 0, then the area under the formula, the area under the product of two signals x1 of t into x2 of t dt should be 0. Should be 0. Directly let us solve it whether it is 0 or not. Therefore, integral, what is the limit? t naught to t naught plus capital T. Okay, here you can take, for easiness, if you refer any textbook, they will take t naught to t naught plus t only. For easiness, let us take the starting point as 0. Then what is the duration? t naught is 0, 0 to capital T. Easy for calculations. Starting point is itself 0. Therefore, the integration is 0 to capital T. Later we can substitute t equal to 2 pi by omega naught. The first signal sin n omega naught t into cos m omega naught t dt. We are going to use these sinusoidal signals in the definition of in the types of Fourier series. So let us work with these type of signals only, then it is easy there while discussing the Fourier series. Okay, it is very easy to represent that. It is a 2 sin A cos B formula. You might know that 2 sin A cos B. What is the formula? Sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. As 2 is not there, if it goes to that side, it will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 integral 0 to t sin A plus B. Here n and m are integers. Therefore, sin A plus B. What is the resultant? Sin n plus m into omega naught t sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. Sin n minus m into omega naught t. dt. So individually we can integrate, substitute the integration limits, you will get the answer. So for sine, let me do it clearly, 1 by 2. First let us do the integration for sine. It is, for sine theta it is minus cos theta. Therefore minus cos n plus m into omega naught t divided by n plus m into omega naught. It is a basic first year mathematics. Okay, we can apply the limits. Plus similarly for this also sine minus cos n minus m into omega naught t divided by n minus m into omega naught. Apply the limits 0 to capital T. Now substitute one by one. Let capital T, it is easy to substitute 2 pi by omega naught. Start substituting first here, the upper limit and lower limit. What may be the answer? First 2 pi by omega naught, cos n plus m in into omega naught into 2 pi by omega naught. Omega naught cancelled out, it will be 2 pi. Therefore 1 by 2 into minus cos n plus m into 2 pi minus becomes plus lower limit 0 cos 0 1 or directly cos of 0 divided by n plus m into omega naught. That is the first integral. We can do the same for the second. For the second also, plus minus cos n minus m into 2 pi. I am doing the same. T equal to 2 pi by omega naught cancelled out, 2 pi. Cos n minus 1 into 2 pi, minus of minus becomes plus cos 0 divided by n minus m into omega naught. Now you can easily do, n is an integer, m is an integer, n plus m is also an integer. Integer multiples of cos 2 pi. You might have studied cos 2 pi n, cos 2 pi k. K is an integer, is always 1. Similarly, sin 2 pi k is always 0. Integer multiples of 2 pi for cos is 1. Integer multiples of sin, it is 0. You can easily see, you can easily calculate it, because for cosine, if you take cos, this is cos. If you observe cos 0 equal to 1, see for every 2 pi, cosine is 1. This is 0, this is 2 pi, this is 4 pi. For every 2 pi, cos is 1. Similarly, if you take the sine, for every 2 pi, this is sine wave. This is 0, 2 pi, 4 pi. For every 2 pi, sine 0, 0, sine 2 pi 0, sine 4 pi 0. So, sine 2 pi k is always 0, cos 2 pi k is always 1. We can apply the same. Cos integer multiples of 2 pi will be 1. minus 1 plus cos 0 equal to 1. It will be 0. Okay, you can easily cancel these two. Similarly, here also, integer multiples of 2 pi, it will be 1. So finally, therefore, C12 equal to 0. If C12 equal to 0, we can say that the two signals sin n omega naught t and cos m omega naught t are orthogonal in the interval 0 to t naught plus capital T. Like this we can easily prove. So in this example we have taken sinusoidal signals. Let us go for one more example for exponential signals. I hope you understood it clearly. Don't get confused here. Here simplification of this integration is very easy. If you remember these diagrams, in cos, for every 2 pi it is 1, cos 0 1, cos 2 pi 1, cos 4 pi 1. For every 2 pi sin is 0, sin 0 0, sin 2 pi 0, sin 4 pi 0. With this you can easily simplify directly. You can write C12 equal to 0. So you need to write the conclusion actually. Therefore, cos n omega naught t and sin n omega naught t are orthogonal signals. Only knowing the first year mathematical integrations, that's it. Now next let us move on to the second problem. Yeah, now let us take two exponential signals, e power j n omega naught t, e power j m omega naught t. Let us see whether these two are orthogonal or not in the same interval. Let us consider the same interval t naught, any arbitrary point, to t naught plus capital T, where t equal to 2 pi by omega naught, fundamental period. Okay, let us take the same formula. What are the condition for orthogonality? Integral t1 to t2, first signal x1 of t and the second signal x2 of t equal to 0. It means area under product of two signals in the interval t1 to t2 should be 0. We can put it in words like that. Now substitute it as usual. The duration is same concept. Let t naught equal to 0. Therefore 0 to capital T. First one, e power j n omega naught t into e power j m omega naught t dt. Simply combine these two, multiply 0 to capital T e power j n plus m into omega naught t dt. Now it is very easy to solve the integration for this e power j theta formula. So what is the integration for e power j theta by theta? Like that, integration is e power j n plus m into omega naught t divided by n plus m into omega naught for the limits 0 to capital T. Here let us apply the t value. We know t equal to 2 pi by omega naught. It is far easy than previous sine and cosine. Now substitute it directly, you can easily get. Let me expand. First e power j, first upper limit e power j n plus 1 into 2 pi m into 2 pi directly. I am skipping one step. If we substitute t equal to 2 pi by omega naught cancelled out, only 2 pi. Okay, minus e power 0, lower limit 0. If t equal to 0, e power 0 divided by n plus m into omega naught. So e power j theta formula. In mathematics, we know that e power j theta cos theta plus j sin theta. Here theta equal to, what is theta? N plus m times of 2 pi. Integer multiples of 2 pi. For integer multiples of 2 pi, it is, how can we take this here? Cos 2 pi k. Let it be an integer. N plus m is an integer. Plus j sin 2 pi k. What is k? Either n plus m, n plus m. Okay. Cos 2 pi k, sin 2 pi k. Cos 2 pi k we know 1 plus sin 2 pi k 0. So its value is 1. So e power j theta equal to 1. So this value is 1. Therefore the integration is 1 minus e power 0 equal to 1 divided by something. Whatever it may be, 1 minus 1, 0. So therefore C12 equal to 0 here also. Therefore we can say that the two signals e power j n omega naught t and e power j m omega naught t are orthogonal functions or signals. Orthogonal functions. So easily we can do like this for sinusoidal signals and also exponential signals. Yeah. In the next class, let us try to, this is the end of this session. In the next class, let us do one more problem to the next level of this. Then you can easily understand completely the orthogonality concept. Thank you, Ananda.